All right, welcome to lesson 1.6. Here's your objective. I will be able to determine if two ratios are equivalent by using unit rates and by using equivalent fractions. So there's two different ways we're going to solve it. Let's start by talking about the unit rate one. Let's say that I have, for every 4 tacos, it takes me 1 minute to eat. Is that equal to, let's say, 8 tacos takes me 2 minutes to eat? Well, we could use the unit rate way, and let's see if that works. Well, what's the unit rate for 4 to 1? It's simply 4 to 1. What's the unit rate for 8 to 2? I got to make that a 1. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So yes, they are equal. I could bring them to their unit rates to see if they're equal. How about by using equivalent fractions? Alright, well, we'll get into that part later. Let's just start off by using the unit rates. Alright, so are these ratios equivalent? Let's use unit rates to see. 20 miles in 5 hours. So let's set that up as 20 miles in 5 hours. I always have to label because it keeps me on track. Is that equivalent to 45 miles in 9 hours? Let's bring them both to their unit rates. Okay, 20 miles in 5 hours. I know that's got to be 1 on the bottom because I'm using unit rates. How did I go from 5 to 1? Well, I divided by 5. So what's 20 divided by 5? Simply 4. So it's going to be 4 miles per 1 hour. If that is true for this one, then they're equivalent. Let's see. How do I get 9 to become 1? Because I have to make it a unit rate, I have to have 1 on the bottom. I divide by 9. You just divide it by itself to become 1. So divide by 9. Alright, what is 45 divided by 9? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. It's 5. So, are these unit rates the same? Clearly they're not. 4 miles in 1 hour is different than 5 miles in 1 hour. So, are these ratios equivalent? No. The answer would be no, and there is my reasoning behind it. Let's try another example. Are these ratios equivalent? 3 shirts for $21. Alright, so I have 3 shirts for $21. Is that equivalent for 5 shirts? That's an S right there. 5 shirts for $35. Remember, I'm still using unit rates to the side. Okay? Let's click that off of there. We don't need that. Okay, so let's bring it to, well, you know what? I kind of made a mistake here, and that's okay that I made it because I want to fix it right now. When I'm dealing with unit rates, I want my smaller number to be on the bottom, okay? And because it's going to be easier to make it 1. So let's do that right now. $21 for 3 shirts. Now, since shirts is on the bottom of this one, it has to be on the bottom of this one. So let's make it $35 for 5 shirts. Let's turn this into its unit rate. How do I make 3 become 1? I divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. I do the same thing to my top. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So it's $7 for 1 shirt. If this one becomes $7 for 1 shirt, we know that these ratios are equivalent. Okay. How do I get 5 to become 1? Divide by 5. Okay, so I have 1 shirt. Let's see how much 1 shirt costs. What's 35 divided by 5? It equals 7. So this has a unit rate of $7 per shirt, and this has a unit rate of $7 per shirt. So are these equivalent? Yes, they are equivalent. 3 shirts for $21 is the same thing as 5 shirts for $35. I could even make a table if I wanted to, all right? Because let's see, if I do $7 for 1 shirt would be the same as $14 for 2 shirts, $21 for 3 shirts. I'll put the money up here and S down there for shirts. $28 for 4 shirts, and then $35 for 5 shirts. So I could see that's on the same table right there. These are all similar, they all have the same unit rate. All right, now we're going to see if these ratios are equivalent, but we're going to use equivalent fractions instead. I can put 2 problems on the same page. So, 3 free throws made out of 7 attempts. That's not really that great. So it's 3 out of 7. 9 free throws made out of 14 attempts. 9 out of 14. The question is, are these ratios equivalent? Okay. How do I make 3 become 9? Well, I multiply it by 3. Okay. Whatever I do to my top, I do to my bottom. Numerator, denominator. 7 times 3 is not 14. It's 21. So the answer to this would be no, because that would need to be 21. Now, if this said 21, 9 out of 21 would be equal to 3 out of 7. But it didn't say that. It said 14. All right, so I'm just comparing that way. Now, I could even start from my denominator. I could have said, how do I go from 7 to 14? I multiply by 2. Okay, so I have to do the same thing on top. What's 3 times 2? Well, it's 6. All right, so those are not equivalent. Nope, nope, nope. Let's check out the other question. 6 DVDs for $90. 6 DVDs for $90. Is that equal to 3 DVDs for $45? How do I go from 6 to 3? I divide by 2. So, 6 divided by 2 equals 3. If 90 divided by 2 equals 45, then I know they're equivalent. And I do know that 90 divided by 2 equals 45, because 45 times 2 equals 90, 45, 90. So these are equivalent, all right? I could have written it this way as well. I could have done this number first, and I could put my money on top. $45 for 3 DVDs. Is that equal to $90 for 6 DVDs? I can multiply 45 times 2 does equal 90, so it is 3 times 2 equals 6? Yes, it is. All right, now it's your turn. Determine if each pair of ratios or rates is equivalent. Show your work. So just don't say yes or no. Show me your work. So let's set up the first one together. Well, actually, no, we're not going to set up together, because you have to determine on your own if you're going to use unit rates. All right, bring both of these to unit rates. So you could have $24 over 3 weeks and $52 over 7 weeks, and turn them both into a unit rate. Okay, if they have the same unit rate, then they're equal. That one might be a little harder to do unit rate. You might want to try to, well, let's see what you could do here. And then letter B, 270 calories in 3 servings. Is that equal to 450 calories in 5 servings? Yes or no, and show your work. We'll see you soon.